Alright. Let's turn that down. Because we don't want a cool saxophone when we could have me. But okay. What am I thinking? I guess this is what I'm thinking. Get this up, get all this stuff. Get our taskbar settings. We'll hack the planet here. Boom. Hacked. So, what I need to do for our Godot 4 migration, also it's taken a billion years because I exported a Godot 3 version of the project, so it deleted all of my imports. Let's see how Git's doing. As is typical. Alright, let's let it sit for a while. Because let's see, my main plans for today are to get all of the movement done. Or, like, refix the movement. I've been tempted to, like, use this as an opportunity to change the movement code. Because I don't like that I use areas when I could be using shape casts in a lot of these places. So I'm considering that, because that could help with some of the ground stuff. In fact, that might be a really good idea, specifically for when the player is walking. I would like them to be very easily able to get up small gaps. And I can do that by doing a shape cast instead of what I do now, where I just query the capsule that's like on the ground and then have a combination of like areas and ray casts in order to figure out where the ground is if they've like gone like 1 nanometer above the ground. But what I could do is just use a shape cast instead that's pointing straight down. Wow, it hates this font. It doesn't know what to do with that font. But okay, the other thing is that some of my collision... Oh yeah, my collision code sticks to walls. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the basics of, like, why is my collision sticking to walls? And then we'll go into the more advanced things of, like, why can't I ledge grab? Why can't I stick to floors that are moving? Because it feels like some things have just changed and some areas just don't detect thing anymore. But I'll think about it. Is Godot gonna, like, get a hurry on? Godot. Okay, can I do anything in the meantime? I guess not really. Oh yeah, I do need to also... I'm gonna make the player behave differently than other objects. They're not... The player is no longer gonna use physics collide, or whatever the hell it is. Let's go to player, script, player. Basically what I mean is physics process. So this will not do this. Instead what it'll do is like fixed process, and then like engine dot get physics delta or something like that. Basically ignore timescale. Actually, let's just have a constant, or like a var on the player, like... Ignore timescale equals true. So this will also make it more obvious what is actually happening here, which is if ignore timescale, else process delta. So this is how this is going to work. Something is like burning. I think it's outside, so it's not my problem. Yeah, it smells like melting candle wax or something. How's this doing? Any hope? Not quite? Okay, I think Godot needs to try again. Now the music's going all spooky on me. Let's see, so... Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it in recovery mode. It's gonna be the asset, though. But I guess this will be fine. We can start it in, like, nothing mode. Okay, so will the fonts crash? It seems like it's doing well now. So yeah, let's just let it re-import everything. Hopefully it'll do well. I don't know why doing the same thing again but slightly different has like fixed it, but maybe it hasn't. Okay, so I was looking at this. So basically the first question, the first order of business will be to figure out if I can actually get the fixed delta time, because otherwise I'm just going to hard code this because I know what it's going to be. It's just going to be 1 divided by 144. But fixed. So where would we get this? I think it'd be in core. Does core have the engine, or is that somewhere else? Servers? So, like, where do we get the time step? No. So, like, Physics process time. So we get performance engine.get singleton FPS equals frames, usec to second process time. So frames equals... Wait a few seconds before printing FPS, as FPS reporting just after the engine started is inaccurate. That makes sense. So we have this performance here. Oh wait, but that's the actual, like, that's the physics process time. Yeah, that's get ticks usec. That's from up above. So we would want to do... Man, they really did a number on this code with all of these macros. Did you know, fun fact, in C, this has been allowed since like 1980. Like, it's been standard since like C89. And yet we must do it this way, as our culture demands it. But okay, we need to figure out where the physics time is. Get main loop iteration prepare. So we do a flush queries here. Then we do physics process. Physics step. Okay, so where's physics step retrieved from? Do we set that anywhere? Oh, we literally just do get physics ticks per second. So we can literally just have like a var fixed time equals 1.0 divided by engine dot get physics ticks per second. So this is just the exact same number that it gets. And this means what I'm going to be doing eventually as well is I'm going to start adding the player's other things here. Because there are things that do physics process that we want to now manually control. Like the animations, for example, will now be manually stepped by the player. So it should probably do like, I don't know, mesh.process or something. Oh wait, I think we don't need these assertions anymore, do we? I'm going to do this. So this is our tired stuff, and then we have the mesh show tiredness. Actually, do we even need the player to have this? I guess we do. But okay. And then my fantasy is to eventually have like mesh, like it'd be like mesh.process or like fixed process delta. But okay. Files have been modified outside Godot. Reload them. Okay, let's try to recover the project now. Take your time, Godot. I'm clicking the button. I see recovery mode is also very slow. I was trying to press disable. There we go. It's the button inside the button. My mistake. Also, I should check if the multi-line, like, because I have some code that, like, there's a lot of code that I might not need anymore. Oh. Oh, I see. It's re-importing the assets because there's assets that are like scripts. Oh yeah, so good news as well. I figured out how to import the meshes the way that I wanted them to. Ironically, somebody made fun of me for using Blender 3 last time. And I was like, ah, well, it's like I don't need to update every 15 minutes. But then it turned out there was an issue with how geometry nodes work that was fixed in Blender 4, so I had to update to Blender 4 anyway. But I'll show basically last time I realized that Godot 4 handles the vertex shaders differently. So if we go to like an NPC Razia, for example, her eyes mirror the iris, so that way it's like, I can have the same UV maps, but different, you know, the iris is facing the same direction. By just checking for, I used to check just where the position of the vertex was, like if X was less than some number. Hang on. Saxophones are too distracting for me. That one's going to be even more distracting. Okay, that one's going to be fine. Hi, welcome back. Yeah, I finally figured out what I want with these, which is if we go to generic heads, wow, take your time, Blender. Everything's just taking it easy today. Okay, what actually happened? Literally none of these are actual changes. Nothing has, oh wait, no. We did change one script, and this is the script that I changed. Whatever. Update player thing. Okay, I wonder if I can actually figure out how to do solid. There we go. Now these have a green channel that's added very gracefully. It was a surprisingly tricky thing to do, and then I had to update to Godot 4 because originally you couldn't have geometry buffers and animations. Oh yeah, and the transition to Godot 4 has been going well. Let's see, let's not save this. So the game is now, actually, I should do a quick playthrough of some stuff and see how functional the game is. Because I haven't had the courage to do like a full-on, let's go to the world. Actually, no, we can start with the movement demo. I just realized I haven't done that either. But yeah, one thing is my full screen code is wrong, because now, so the lighting is still a bit scuffed. Let's start a new game. Oh yeah, it starts on the map for some reason as well. Yeah, beating down on us with the force of 10,000 suns. But okay. Jackie the Coats Girl. So how's the medium? So, playtest. Nice. Yeah, because I guess the next playtest will basically just be the same one as before, but in Godot 4. Oh, the hair's doing some weird stuff. Let's just put hair is weird. So like if we went to the inventory, oh yeah, the inventory doesn't work either. Wait, didn't it work like 5 seconds before this? It worked like yesterday or something, but okay. So for some reason when I'm in dialogue, it's only particular instances. Admittedly, I just need to change how the twitching works. Like, I don't like how much it like flicks around like that. Oh, right. Some things don't have animations or collision anymore. I need to re-import stuff. But okay, staying still, crouch. I think I would also like a black outline. Oh yeah, that needs fixed. Oh yeah. Lots of things still. The ledge jump does not work unless I do things frame perfect. And neither does the roll jump. And yeah, another thing here. So I guess... You know what? I don't need to see much more. I think the three things I'm going to do... Today's agenda is going to be fix the snapping. No. Fix the ledge grab. Fix the roll jump. And then also fix the lighting. Like, I guess just get this thing working. Intended behavior that you can't grab a ledge after a roll jump. Let's see. Yeah, kind of. I'll have to think on that more, because I don't think that's a bug, but I think it's something that I haven't fully considered. But okay, now we got that fixed. And also, I'm going to change the lighting. So, lighting plane. What do I want here? I think I could do a correction on the color. So if we go to the triplanar, do we correct this? Okay, we do. Yeah. Yeah, hitting directly into a wall can cost you. Where is... Let's go to correction. So, I think here... What if I did... POW... What does 2 do here? Ah, okay. That does the opposite of what I want. What if we did this? I think the thing, though, is that this is going to make the contrast more dramatic. Well, actually... Huh. What if we just make this... What if we just completely have this not do anything? I think this does almost nothing. I'll keep this as as like a lever that I can pull, but I think the bigger root is going to be getting the lighting. And thankfully nowadays, with the power of the modern hardware, we can just make the lighting like easier. Or we can just like reduce the lighting in here. Is this the thing that I'm looking at? Hello, Godot? Okay, so this is what it looks like with no lighting whatsoever. I think the big thing is that the ambient lighting is way stronger than it used to be. So ambient light, sky contribution, let's do like 0.5 here maybe, and then like tune this to whatever we want it to be. And then we'd have like let's slowly ramp this back up. So this is 0.1. This is like 1/4 the strength that the light used to be. Huh. Is this the right number? It kind of seems like it is the right number. I guess I'll do that here as well. I think I want a bit more. At least for the player. That seems about right. And then I think here maybe I just replace the tiles with different colored tiles, so that way it's not so eye-bleeding. Because that may be the underlying issue. Admittedly, I should be fixing the movement, not the lighting, but... Oh, also, for some reason, the ambient occlusion does not, like, apply correctly. Or no, not ambient occlusion, anti-aliasing. Like, if we go to options, graphics, now it's looking good. Huh. Could not create 3D MSAA buffers. Incomplete attachment. Okay, so it seems to be a bug with that. Let's just say high quality AA causes a bug on or fails Windows. Because it worked specifically on Linux. Just a MSAA that comes with Godot. Yeah, I guess let's put it at medium now. Yeah, that kind of works. Because, yeah, admittedly, MSAA and, like, super sampling are kind of the only two, like, really good versions of anti-aliasing. Oh, here we can see the first failure. We can't climb this wall. Okay, there's so many things that could be going wrong. Let's check. Let's do... Check. So, like, state.climb. When do we return state.climb? When do we check for state climb? In fact, I think here we need to go to base ground. I think it's actually going to be basically impossible for us to check this. Unless I did, like, okay. So we should be activating the climb now. So if not ground, I guess, so we do have ground? And our best floor is 0, though. Okay, so we are holding crouch. True. Yeah, because the gimmick of MSAA is that it only applies to vertex edges, which makes it faster, but that means that anything that's in between the vertex edges, like, yeah, as you said, textures, isn't going to work. Shallow climb. Yeah, I guess super sampling is the only perfect one, but that's just because you just render the screen at like 4 times the resolution that you're actually after. But that's the price of beauty. Okay, so we have actually, so we have can climb, we are sliding. And so if we're sliding and we're crouching and we can climb, wait, hang on. Okay. Wait, we still have min.climb air? Hang on. That's just not supposed to be in here. That's just I don't know where that came from. That's just straight up like, I thought I removed that like a year ago. Probably longer at this point. Basically, it used to be, or I guess still was, until like literally just now, a thing where, okay, so that is fine. Basically, in order to climb from jumping in the air, you had to go on like an incline like this. But then once you were on there, you could like climb around like here. Also, we can see the next bug to fix, which is that if I'm not holding a movement direction, for some reason I keep falling off the thing. But okay, let's see if that works. Huh, so why did that only show up when we switched to Godot 4? Yeah, haunted game is right. It's like the ghost of a poorly considered feature. But also, I am very happy to say that I do think the game performs much better without me even really... Oh yeah, I forgot. I've removed TSS. So now I can't actually see the frame rate. I should probably put that... I should, like, bring that back. And also not have every single shader material there. Let's go to show debug. First of all. We'll just not debug the eyes. But okay, lounge sofa mesh blah, invalid UID using text path instead. I don't know why the illusory room chose to be wrong, but... Maybe now? Okay, now it works. But okay, so I fixed some minor things. I guess I fixed some... whatever I fixed. Some minor fixes and unstable files. Yeah, I have no idea why, like, everything seems to have changed. But I don't care that much. The real question now is, how do we fix the, whatever I'm fixing. Oh yeah, this. So function base, what is it called? Base ground. Okay. So it should be like, actually, what is the ground? Okay, so we have a ground. And our ground has, yeah, that's about correct for the normals here. Oh, but is this, what's our min z here? Oh, I guess we don't have it here. I guess it's min, or like max dot? Or like, slide. Okay, so we have min.climb movement, min.slide roll. No, okay, so now we should, like, not even have to worry about the slide. Bonk slope factor. So let's just see, so crouch should be pressed. And then crouching should be true. And then a shallow climb means that we are in state walking or we're not grounded. What does that mean? So the state that climb oh wait, wrong place here. So climbing should be the ground. So what is our state here? So we're currently in 2, so that is 0, 1, 2. Okay, so when we go to 3, so I guess we go to climb from here, probably? Okay, so our state currently, when do we get into 3? Okay, so now we're in 3. So let's see why we're going out of this state. So velocity.length, blah, blah, moved crouch. We didn't do that. We're holding crouch. Okay, so we cannot climb. Ooh.
Difficult.
Hang on.
Impossible.
Why? So if we go to state here, so I was definitely now holding the left trigger when I did this. Let's go to about here. Okay, so it's this button. And that is this button. Returns true if you are pressing the action event. If exact match is false, it ignores additional input modifiers and input key. Due to ignoring ghosting, is action pressed may return false, even if one of the action's keys is pressed. See input examples in the documentation for more information. I kind of would like the button to, the function to check if I'm holding a button to consistently return that I'm holding the button. Hang on, you know what? Let's do this instead. Is there a way to get like the output of a return here? So here we're not holding it. Okay. So this is just not returning a consistent value. That's going to be an issue. So Godot for input.is action pressed inconsistent. Hang on, let's check ghosting. Due to keyboard ghosting, not all key inputs may be registered at a given time. Oh, that's not fucking anything. That's not even the issue here. Hang on. Is something going wrong when we're here? So var I equals this, return I. Oh, we need to save this. Okay, so I is true. So we don't need 10 trillion of these. Let's just check consistently then. Because I think, okay, I think there's just something else going on then. Because here, it's clearly working. We're getting the input. Okay, so the documentation was not quite true. Oh, wait, but now it's, okay, it's because, hang on, I know what it is. It's because I'm going through all of the actions. Wait, no, but that doesn't make it, that wouldn't be true at all. Let's just do if action equals crouch breakpoint. So now anytime we check for a crouch, does it... Oh, because it's move crouch. Okay, so now I'm holding left trigger here, but it's not. Oh, wait, hang on. I just remembered why. It's because now it's a vector. It's because they changed how the left stick works. So if we go to move crouch, they changed it to an axis and you cannot use it as a button, even though you could in Godot 4. So what I have to do is basically or input.get axis action greater than like 0.1 or 0.1 or something. Wait, get hello, do we have like action? Okay, hang on. So we don't need a negative or positive, we just need, okay, get action strength. So returns a value between 0 and 1. In a joypad, for example, dead zone closer to 0. So if exact match, so we'll get action strength return. Let's just check this here as get action strength. Yeah, Godot 4 is a lot more like pedantic about random stuff. And let's just not have this section here because we don't need to see that. We'll be able to see it plain as day. I mean, I guess on the bright side, I already have a system where like, okay. But that did not fix it. So that was completely irrelevant. In fact, I bet you it actually does do what I wanted it to do, but ah well. Let's just say greater than 0. So like, for some reason, when we're holding forward, it's fine. But when we're not holding forward, it is not fine. So I think we need to go back to school now. Actually, let's just do like if state dot current equals state dot climb breakpoints. And our current here is 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, yeah. So this is the one that we want. Wait, what's the one that... Okay, good. I did not... I was not looking close enough. Hang on. Okay. So my assumptions are the ground should be true. There's no ground. Okay, interesting. So that's easy enough to... That's easy. That's an easy answer there. So that's wrong. So I think it must be then... Let's see if we ever get past this ever again. Okay, now we're in the fall state. Okay, so the question on everybody's mind... I think it... Okay, let's go to the player. Let's go to all of our collision shapes. So we have the... This is the player's main collision shape. This is the crouching shape. This is our... what is this? Interesting. So this is our head area. So climb area is... Okay, what I'm seeing here is there's nothing. Oh, because I hit it. Okay, no. This is fine. I think. Yeah, because basically the goal is it should be slightly larger than this. So that way, like, it registers all of this as the ground. So I think we need to now go back up to the ground check. So it should be check collisions when we're holding crouch. So if ground and not instance ground collider already collided collisions, so we have no collisions. Okay, that seems to be disagreeable. So if ground and after this, ground velocity equals local velocity. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what all that means. So I think the thing is, we're not going to have any ground here. Because yeah, our new floor is going to be null. So we don't need that. And then we don't really need this. So we have some ground that we've collided with now. And so I don't really need to see any of the rest of this. Because we just set this here. Okay. I think the issue must be that move climb is not getting the ground collision. And that's probably because... I don't see... Well... Okay, we don't need that because we're not holding crouch. Okay, we don't need this one yet because we're going to do this one. So now, how many collisions do we have? We have one collision. Okay, so that seems good. So our max depth is very small because we're colliding with a thing. And we should have a ground now. Good. And we aren't dead. What does this mean? Oh, I see. This is actually getting the collisions of the things. Turns number of times the body has slid. I think what we should do... Oh, this is never called, I don't think. If C dot collider So, we are not crouching, we are... Oh. Interesting. Why were we crouching? Okay, I understand now. We were crouching because we had... Okay, and now we're in the climb state. So I think now... Do we have any collisions, actually? We do not. Oh, okay. Let's see, in 10 quadrillion years... Okay, I missed it. So we are now moving with the ground. So we move with the ground. We have no collisions. Is that because I've changed how move with ground works? I feel like it might be that I've changed that, like, adding the collisions into a function like this has changed something. Oh, is this supposed to return a collision? No. Okay, it doesn't. So C equals move and collide motion. Okay, so we have no collision from... I guess that makes sense. So if we have no collisions, we do then a correction, which is just the velocity with the ground, which I forget what that's for. But obviously we would not do that because there's nothing here. Okay, so really the question on everybody's mind is why, when we move with the ground, do we get things? I think it's actually move slide. Does something change with the velocity? Okay, I think the core of the issue is that then when we do this area, so this fallback area, if this and fallback area, okay, so we should have some areas here. I think that's the root of the problem. Let's just do a property thing where we're gonna ignore these. We're gonna do like box.accessor. Area climb. Get overlapping bodies. Oh, F6 is what I need to press. So this should be, in most instances, like containing objects. Okay, so the root of the issue seems to be that the climb area is not getting things. Let's try the ground area. Area ground. Okay, so neither of these areas are getting overlapping bodies, which is interesting because they should. So what is the meaning of that? What is this? So this ground collides with collision layer 1 mask 1. So do areas have a different thing now? Monitoring, monitorable. Let's look up get overlapping bodies. Oh, this is the 2D one, but okay. For performance reasons, this list is modified once during the physics step, not immediately after objects are moved. That makes sense. Oh, there's also a has overlapping bodies, which we could use most of the time. Yeah, so for example, here we could just do has overlapping bodies. But there are other areas. And this is not empty head area. We'll ignore that then. Man, the editor is very slow. I think it must be actually. Just do that. I think that's probably the issue. Okay, but why would actually, the interaction zones seem to be working just fine. If we go to perfect dodge, who is our... Oh no, I see. It's in here, in where is interact? Which area is this? Okay, area interact. It's called the coat zone, which is stupid. No fun allowed here. Because I need to also be able to just, like, see where these things are. But okay. The interact area works just fine. Because we can see the player is able to interact with NPCs. But for some reason, the areas that are meant to collide with objects like the ground don't seem to be triggering. But then we have things like the buttons, and we have things like the save area. So the save area, that works just fine. And I'd bet you the issue is also why the ledge grab fails instantly, because it checks for an area instead of the raycast. Like, it doesn't... It basically just checks, is there something in the cast area? Oh, now it's working. Wait, now it's working? What? Did I, like, look at it right now? Okay, I guess I fixed it. Great job, me. Hang on. Okay, so we didn't fix the climb area or ground area, but we did fix the fucking ledge grab, so great for me. I don't think anyone on Earth has any idea why this worked. Because it's not even like I changed something that was unrelated. I changed, like, nothing. I, like, looked at it. But okay. So yeah. This area works, though. There's also definitely, like, a massive lag spike sometimes when I walk up to him. And also, I'm still trying to figure out, like... Why is this wall so bright? How do I make it less bright? And we'll need to calm down the hair, but that's neither here nor there. So what is the difference between the interact area and the, Actually, what if the climb... So what if the ground area and, like, climb area, what if they need something else? Oh yeah, also, I'm pretty sure the crouch head area doesn't work either, so, like, if I go under something... Let's also have crouch head area under here. Area head? Yeah, so if I crouch here... Oh, I see. Hang on. We need to restart this. Okay. So, no body... Oh. Oh, I see. Area... sleep. Should be... No, this is what it's called, isn't it? Did I rename it wrong? No, it's right here. Hmm. Hang on. Close this. Let's get the autocomplete to, like, tell me what's in here. Unexpected new line in node path? Base, mesh, / area, sleep. Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay, so I couldn't tell you what changed, but I guess it did. Okay, nothing changed. It's just why is it nil? Invalid index 0 on base object of type array node 3D. And not is empty area sleep. Return area has overlapping bodies. But that should be the same fucking thing. What? Hang on. Assert has overlapping bodies equals area dot has, or like get overlapping bodies empty is empty. So like not let's say not equal there. So we're now going to like really fundamental assumptions about like, if it says there's no empty bodies, hopefully what it means is that there's no empty bodies. Okay. Invalid access index 0 on base object of type what? So this is like actually impossible to understand. So we're gonna fucking like print the area here. Or like let's do like if area is sleep area, print sleep area dot get bodies breakpoint. Oh, wrong thing. Godot, I'm trying to like do things here, Godot. Oh, wait, I was pressing the wrong button. Okay, that is my fault. Sleep area, sleep. Yeah, the editor is very slow. I don't like that. Or like the text editor specifically is like very sluggish. So it's interesting. I think they've improved a lot of the things with game performance, but they've just like regressed a lot. But okay, so this should be empty. Oh wait, hang on. I got a text. Is it a call? Because I am on call still until tomorrow. Nope, that's Ziply fiber. Why is it telling me that my bill is due? I have automatic payments. I think it's just trying to scare me. But okay. Into paying extra. I'll pay double for it. Why did we... So we should be returning to something. Oh, I see. And then press move crouch. I genuinely have no idea how it got from A to B on those steps. So I'm not seeing any issues here. I guess what I can do is I can remove this and then... Or save this and then F12. Oh, it can't, it's not smart enough to remove the breakpoints. Also, why is it doing the area collisions first? Okay, invalid index 0. Yeah, because it's supposed to, like, do this part. So, like, if it's not empty... Oh... Very simple. I have too little faith in Godot. I mean, admittedly, that still doesn't fix the overall... Well, actually, that kind of does indicate that some areas work. So, like, the sleeping areas work. Kind of. Wait, no, they don't. Let's go to the interact area. So, like, let's put that in here. Area interact. Okay, yeah. So, as I suspected, because I could see it with my own eyes, the interact area works. The ground areas don't. Is it like the ground areas are like being deactivated at some point? I know. What if we did area ground dot vision mask? Oh wait, no, and this should be a property. Okay, so we're still getting the sensible collision mask. And we can see the head also does not get any bodies. So I think... Is there something wrong with collision mask 1? But that doesn't make any sense. Godot for area collision mask 1. No, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... Let's put them in the collision mask for the camera colliders. Because these all have collision layer 9. So I'm going to put that in here. Ground area, crouch area, climb area, hover, ledge. I think all of these can go with... Oh, wait. Wait, why does some of these have layer 4? Oh, I see. They have... We don't need the layers, we need the mask. So let's see if this works, because if it does, then that means something weird is going on. Because otherwise it's maybe like the areas are in the wrong position or something. Okay. So it is not... That still begs the question. I guess I gotta see... Alright, can I... Project settings? No, debug. Visible collision shapes. Let's see if I can hide collision shapes individually and then only show the ones that I need. Also, there's a sound of a cat, and I can't tell if it's in the song or in the real world. Okay, I think the problem is it doesn't respect the, doesn't respect manually hiding the nodes. So, like, if I do, go back to this, hide all of these. Yeah, it doesn't let me just see which ones are which. Well, actually, I mean, So what is the malfunction here? If I just moved the climb area, like, down, and then we had, like, this shape, and we just made this shape really big. So now we should have a big old area. We don't. Let's try again then. Oh no, the sound that I was hearing was a small child outside. Well, I don't want to scream profanities at the child when this inevitably fails. Okay, so we can see the big area here. So that is the ground area, which, it's pretty impressive that it's not working still. Because, oh, we know it's the climb area. My mistake, of course. Also has no overlap. Why does it not have any overlap? What does disable mode mean? Remove. When node process mode is set to disabled, remove from the physics simulation and stop all physics interactions. Automatically re-added to the physics simulation when the node is processed again. Okay. But, like, can we... Is there a place where it's disabled? How is this not, like, moving? It defies all known laws of aviation. Because, like, these... Am I doing something wrong with these? So these have collision layer 1, mask 1, collision priority that. Use collision. Let's just say, like... what should we say? How do I figure out how this is being done? Because we still have things that do work. So there's, like, no rhyme or reason to... What the fuck? Hang on. I'm curious why this is so, like, messed up. Oh, right, because I changed how it works. Because I changed it to a kinematic body. Wait. Hang on. You need our kinematic import. Wait, why does it not work? Okay, there we go. Now it's doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, that doesn't really answer the question. But at least now we can do, like, white metal interior. Wrong button. Gem. Let's call that fine for now. But okay. Because really, what I want to test and make sure is that areas... Because areas definitely work. And I somehow fixed ledge jumping. However, the ground and the climb and the head nodes are all wrong. We can see the raycasts work. Is there some sort of like secret do not work button? Oh, now it doesn't work. Okay, cool. And now this doesn't work. Oh, we know it does. Okay, it's just that it's very subtle because the lighting is so bright out here. Yeah, we're almost back to like good lighting conditions. I think I just need to tune it a little more to make it so that like, well, why is this one so weird when that one looks fine? Is it because we're directly hitting the sun? What is it exactly? Oh, is it a bug with the, I'm gonna double check something. No, okay, these use the same material. Oh, wait, but it gets... Oh, it's because there's fog in the area. So it gets a bit less bright. Is that really what's happening? I don't understand. I guess it is. Also, those guys don't work very well. Nobody works very well here. Yeah, we still got the issues there. And it makes sense now that it's when we're holding forward, because when we're holding forward, we are directly colliding with the surface. So like Godot for area just doesn't work. Area doesn't work. So like, area, no overlapping bodies. That's shit. I'm not gonna do that. If the center of the shape is inside of the other object, collision will not be detected. What? No, it's not a physics frame rate issue because this fucking thing works. Hang on. Let's just look at the raw material for the thing, because I think there must be some sort of like secret like do not work field on these things or something. Because our interaction frame... So let's save all of this. Git commit am. Who even knows anymore? So we have interact area. Area interact. So nothing crazy here. And then I think we have a collision shape 3D, so the base mesh is the area interact. Good. Visible equals false, shape equals this. Okay, so this one is one that worked. Area ground? Area? So visible, false, collision layer, collision mask. Is it because they can't have collision layers? Because I'm noticing this one has a collision layer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disable the collision layer on... Do I even use these areas? Like, do I use collision layers anywhere, ever? Like, not for areas, especially. But I think it might be that, it detects layers and then masks. So let's do... I mean, that's insane, like, copium. Like just wild guesses, yeah. So that doesn't work. So what I'm going to do is not have that in there. So yeah, just undo that, save that back. I don't know what these areas, or I don't know what these layers do, but we might as well not change it until later. So like, does the shape change anything? So like, if we go to 66 here, is this correct? I don't think the... Oh, yeah, the ground area is a shape, or as a sphere. Yeah, because it's, Let's go to ground area. Let's show this, then. So let's hide the climb area. Okay, wait, hang on. What is this? Have I missed it? Oh, wait, no, okay. So this is the ground area. Yeah, so the ground area definitely extends beyond the bounds of the standing collider. And the crouching collider should also be here. Yes, okay. So this is our collider crouching. Standing. Our area for when we have our head. Or for when we're crouching to make sure that we don't, like, accidentally bump our poor little head. So these do not seem wrong. But okay, what is the difference? Let's look at the standing button. Oh wait, is it under time? Is it under something else? Where would it be? Maybe under... Yeah, let's just check the path of this. Environment ancient. That's stupid. Why did I put it there? I mean, I guess it is an ancient thing, but like... Wait, we don't have any areas here? No, okay, we do. It's just that it's the base node. Right, so it's going to be just called standing button. And it's going to have layer, mask script. And then as one of its children, it should have a collision shape. And then that should have a shape somewhere, which is sub-resource 4. Box shape. Okay, so is there anything that's, like, disabled? Enable true? Do I do something with the animations? No, wait, but that would show up in the thing. Yeah, because I could plainly see when things were getting enabled and disabled. What if we just copied the nodes from the player one at a time? And so, like, you know, I create a new kinematic body. Oh. And then we just, like, delete all of these nodes, and we just, like, put them back in individually, very slowly. Actually, I have a great idea. Delete these. So we're going to save this as, like, player 2. Areas test. So I don't actually know if this will make life easier for us. Let's actually look at what the player 2 looks like. Because my goal is basically, there might be just something wrong with this file because it was of the, like, Godot 3 import. So I might just need to recreate it from scratch. It's like we have capsule shapes, we have sphere shapes. You know what? There's not going to be that much of a difference if I just copy and paste these all at once rather than one at a time. It's not going to do some crazy different thing, so... Okay, let's try that. Let's delete the player, put a player 2. Thank you, Godot, for not putting it where I wanted it. Awesome. I love that for me. I think that's going to be a permanent feature of Godot. Okay. So if we go in now, how will the game work? Non-existent function set base pattern, whatever. Hang on. Okay. I think I accidentally lost some nodes here. Like, what exactly did I forget? Because I don't see anything. Maybe I accidentally put the UI twice? No? Did I put things in the wrong order? Let's just see if this is all, like, the same. So player and player 2 should be basically identical in all regards. And then we go down. Wrong one. So this is the correct one. This is the one we have. They look exactly the same. Maybe some sort of signal is being lost. Because, like, legitimately, what could be happening? Yeah, like, how in God's name are we here? Aspect rate, so stats menu, tab menu, sidebar container, like, we go to the status menu, status menu, what the hell are we looking for? Probably the journal? Container on null instance. These don't seem to be anything. So like, wait, hang on, what was this exactly again? Movement demo, player, UI, status menu, aspect ratio, continue, tabs, main menu. So the main menu is looking for an HBox, sidebar items container. Well, it looks like it's not going to find it because it... Oh, it is going to find it because it's in here. And so why would it not find it in here, which is the exact same scene? Wait, why is the map... Hang on. Okay, that's fine. Invalid access on container. It has it. Godot, it has it. Like, let's look up, isn't there an expression evaluator, like, self.getChildren? We have the foreground, the color rect, animation player, rescue, date, time. It's broken. It's broken. I don't know what it did. It's broken. Like, doesn't this have a scene that's like, okay, it's an instance of this. So if we go up to this, this is a packed scene. Okay, and I'm seeing what I wanted to see, which is basically a lot of things look different. Because you can see here they had these old IDs. Now they have these new IDs. These fresh new ideas. That's what we need in this modern day and age. Unless they fucking break the basic, like, foundational elements of Godot, which are, like, the ability to load a scene and things like that. I think the secret will be then go to the 2D view. Go to, like, so if we just, like, show the status menu. Okay, so it definitely has all of the things that it's supposed to have here. Oh, why is the map visible? That's cringe. No, I don't understand it. I think what it is that this does something where it's like it hides. Like set active is visible. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so this should work. Maybe Godot just needed like a moment to like remember who it is. Fresh hell every day. Okay. Invalid assignment of property or key text with value of type string on base of object nil. Alright, where is sort label? Who does that? So this is in the journal? Okay. I think what we need to do is we need to go through every single one of these and like just show it once, I guess. Because like the journal definitely has the things that it needs. It has the HBox and etc. And there should be a sort label in here. Yeah, sort/label. Great. Then we do that for basically all of these. I'm just going to just randomly turn things on and off. You know, actually, let's just turn everything on. Actually, we don't even need to go into the more complicated scenes. We can just do it this way. New bug. New bug. I swear to God, it's just like forgetting what is visible. Alright, so whom are we now? We're an orphan. Interesting. Interesting, Godot. Remote panel. What? UI save load at notification. Okay, so it's the save load UI. Oh, I see. Okay, and that should be save... Okay. Interesting that it doesn't show up on this one, though. What did I do? Because if we literally go to the exact same UI, why is it missing things? Hang on, put that in the wrong place. Okay. So I'm beginning to see that it did not... So copy and paste, I think, is the more broken thing here. So I just can't, like... I can't redo the thing. Unless, actually, you know what? What if we just copy you? Does that fix everything? So like if we, so I think now it's getting the proper IDs. So yeah, we can see that it's going from the old numeric IDs to these new fancy ones. But we didn't have to like redo anything. Because yeah, I think the copy and paste, maybe I just copy and pasted wrong. Yeah, it was a skill issue. Okay. Yeah, basically... Because I think... Well, I have no idea if that's... I couldn't imagine that that would be why the areas aren't detecting things, but I guess that's my only hope of figuring it out. Of just maybe something went wrong with the migration, and now it's going right with it. Oh wait, no, I don't need to like test anything, I just need to do this. Nope, okay, so that was a waste of time. So copy and pasting the objects here does not do anything. But I guess I might as well, like... So let's delete player 2. Actually, we can just, like, undo the move... Okay, we can't undo anything in the movement demo. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the player, delete the player, paste the player, save the player, and then player 2, I'm going to delete them. Oh, wrong button. Remove that. Thank you, Godot. So we're now going to make this the player. Player. Also, I'm going to skip the series. Thank you, Godot, for grabbing my mouse but putting the window at the very bottom of the whole world. So what really baffles me is that the ledge grab worked for like one run. It worked once, and it worked just fine. So I'm sure that there is something that I can do where, like, with very little effort, I just magically make the areas like collide now. But I don't know what it would be. I also have no idea what this is supposed to be. Oh, this is the old climb tutorial. Well, that's probably fine. But okay, let's see what's changed. Why is player 2 here? I deleted you, video game. Okay, and here we can see now a bunch of changes, which aren't actually that many. Huh. Okay, so I guess I'm an idiot. It didn't change anything. Let's just put an area on the player. So I'm going to go into here. I'm going to do Area 3D. And it's just going to be my cool area. Shape. Shape. Okay, so function anything works equals turn box my cool area dot has overlapping bodies. So this is just a collision which will have a mask of 1. And we don't need this. So now it should just show us if areas work. Because I'm completely at a loss as to what exactly is changing with these areas. So like, do we have anything works in here? Okay, so anything works is false. So, okay. That's kind of a good sign. So it means that the areas themselves aren't wrong. I'm just holding them wrong. But how? Like, isn't it just a sphere right in front of me somewhere? Oh, okay, I see it. It's right there. very faint, but I can clearly see it overlapping with the ground that the player is also colliding with. Let's do a live debug. And like if, so like top level node, and then we'll do box dot object view P. Actually, let's do obj. Okay, so I'm gonna see, what do we actually want here? I think this is a bit too much stuff. And property usage editor. Do we have the collision layers in here? I would love to sort by name, actually. Okay, I should have it so that when the... Let's do that for the box. Basically, when the box is dragged, it should, how should it do this? I have a better idea. Let's just do if source is collision object 3D property source layer mask. We'll just make it easy on me by just having it at the very top. Or shape 3D. Okay. So we have a mask of 1, layer of 257. So it should be colliding. So that means that there's a 1 and a 1. So areas with a layer of 1 don't seem to be colliding. And I don't understand if that's something that I did. So, Godot for area mask. Let's go through like let's go back to school basically. Supporting the game would be nice. Okay. So, let's look for the area here. Hang on. I don't want lyrics. Admittedly, I kind of don't want to listen to music, so I'm just going to take my headphones off and I'm going to think on this. Okay, hang on. Let's see if there's any vital images here. The power of JavaScript. So let's look for... Oh, well. Mask. So do we do anything with the collision mask on the area here? I don't think they do. Does that mean, so what if I add a layer to this? So put this here, and then we go here, because is it like they have to be colliding on like the layer and the area or something? So anything works is still false. I think it might be, I might have to restart though. So anything works is still false. You know what? Make it collide with literally anything. Anything at all. Do every single thing here. But like, I don't understand how some areas seem to work. Oh, I bet you I know what it is. I bet you it's not, and I bet you it's because for areas that work, I'm not using the has overlapping bodies. I'm using the signals. So maybe the signals are doing something different. Wait, what? Oh, it only collides with me? Oh. Okay. Hang on. Get overlapping bodies. I bet you what it is. It's this specific demo. And it's CSGs. Hang on, let's go to the... Let's go to the Necropolis. Wait, but that doesn't explain why it was working sometimes, but that's neither here nor there. Wait, it might actually explain that. If I was colliding with something that was known, or like some other object, like I was grabbing onto like a, like an I don't fucking know. This is the wrong thing. Wait, I pressed the start the game at this particular scene button, and then it didn't start the game at this particular scene button. Maybe I'm stupid. But okay. I think what it is that CSG shapes are not properly configured here. Nope. Anything works is still false in here as well. I do not understand how this... Oh, do they just not fucking work with triangle meshes anymore? Hang on. I'm getting word from my own eyes that now my entire game is fucked because they decided to not implement like basic features of the game. Also, my doors broke again. Okay, hang on. Godot, areas, triangle, mesh, collider. Okay, so I think this is not going to be what we need. I need to figure out like what the shape of this is called, so that way I can figure out who to yell at. Okay, concave polygons. So do concave polygons. So areas. Shapes. This is like a whole new area of or like this is a whole new world, basically. Yes, it doesn't work. Okay, fuck you. Okay, so like the game is literally not going to work then. I also like that it's not like... So, okay. Does this say anything about areas? No. It does not. This does not document that they do not collide with concave polygon shapes. Do areas? Is this like not a thing that literally any other person in the entire world is doing? Okay. So I guess I might just I might have to switch to shape casts then, because it seems like they just straight up like removed the feature. That's the thing that bothers me most about Godot 4 is basically like how frequently they do that. Of like, here's a thing that works. It's kind of crusty because admittedly the shapes could be slow, but it's like, yeah, fuck you. It doesn't work anymore. We're just gonna straight up remove it. Also, I'm seeing the lights don't work. That's nice. I like that. Oh yeah, I also can't click on the lights, I'm pretty sure. Nice. Thank you, Godot. Thank you, Godot, tool for making game engine. Thank you for showing all of the lights that I don't need to see. Okay, so like, does this like do anything with this lighting here? What have I done? Like if I turn this to, like that, okay. So it's because God hates me, I guess. So like legitimately what happened? Like, so these work, but this one doesn't. How many lights are allowed on a thing? Is it like, so turn off all of these. Oh no, okay, so they're very faint though. So some of them do work. Okay, because admittedly I do have quite a few lights in here, but it's like, I don't know what broke. Okay, hang on, I'm gonna think about this. So basically this means that I cannot use areas for any interactions. Because we pretty regularly use them on like, well, I guess I can just add a static body to things we are interacting with. What baffles me the most is this is not documented anywhere at all. Because this is the only time that anyone is asked a question as far as I can see. And this, so see the warning at area docs. There's no warning at area docs. Is it in 4.0? Is that where it is? Jesus fucking Christ, it put me back at the wrong goddamn page. Let's hack the planet then. doesn't... That doesn't... Did they just link, like, nothing? Did they just, like, fucking hallucinate it? Is it 3D now? Area. Okay. To be added as a direct child of a physics body or Area 3D. Warning, using this shape for Area 3D. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna see. But okay, using this shape for an Area 3D may give unexpected results. The area will only detect collisions with the same triangle faces in the... Okay. This is basically completely fine. Basically what it's saying is it only collides because basically the way triangle meshes work is, or triangle shaped colliders, is it can only collide with the actual physical triangles. It can't figure out like an inside or an outside, which is what you usually want for areas. So it's warning about that. It's not warning, I'm seeing, that it does not collide with areas. I genuinely am wondering if like this guy hallucinated this. This page is up to date for Godot 4. So what if we do stable? It's interesting that it now is like, it gave up at trying to do stable. Area. So like anywhere. Is it anywhere? So if we go to Area 3D, is it, if we do concave, warning using a concave inside a collision shape for a node, by using that, may give unexpected results. So they have the same warning there, which is good. But no warnings at all. So returns true to any physics body 3D or grid map, otherwise returns false. The overlapping body's collision object 3D collision layer must be part of the collision mask. For performance reasons, list of overlapping bodies is updated once. So is a physics body 3D different than what we're getting? Like, I assume a static body 3D. Yeah, it's a child of a physics body 3D, so I don't see anything at all about concave collisions not working with areas. I think that person was just straight up like smoking crack. I think they misread the warning, but it does seem like they're right. So I don't know what to believe. Do I believe my eyes or do I believe my heart, which would say that they would never do this to me? They would never just like render the game like completely unplayable. Though also the lighting is way... Also, why did the doors break again? Like, what happened here? Oh wait, I know what it is. I bet you this no longer has its script. Oh, no it does. Why does this not work then? Who are you? Hello? Does this not work anymore? Name.find $signs greater than or equal to 0. Split it. Get the thing. So like, let's just print found n.name. Let's say path, or let's say name here. We don't need any of this. Thank you for my 10 quadrillion warnings, Godot. But okay, let's completely ignore the like horrible game-breaking issue at hand. And let's figure out why this isn't working. So I found a door 1, but otherwise, okay, let's remove all these. So it only found these. Why would it only find these? Because there's kind of a lot of these. So maybe else for ending this, replace special node C. Oh, no, wait, no. Yeah, no, this should be fine. Because it should do, Oh, wait, no. It still has to do this one, though. And then we returned here. I mean, I don't think that's going to really, like, change this, but... Okay. Well, I guess it did. I guess I'm an idiot. Don't I feel stupid? But okay, now there should be nothing with dollar signs. Good. And then we should have doors that work. They kind of do. Oh, and then we need to do this for here. Tisk tisk me. So this needs to be re-imported with the proper thing. Did this not? No, I think this... Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. And that fixed this. And then these animation players need, this. Yeah, I'll just keep myself sane by fixing other issues. Okay, let's check the GitHub. Because I think if there is a place where this is documented, it's gotta be somewhere in here. Area3D concave polygon shape 3D. So area collision, so let's check the closed ones. Invalid mass error when using a blah. When using jolt physics, you won't be able to use concave collision with blah. I honestly can't remember if this was a deliberate deviation on my part, or if I just assumed this didn't work in Godot physics either, given the warning. That's wrong. You're not even reading the fucking warning. The way things are now, it seems it already works in terms of being able to detect things like overlaps with other complex bodies, so all that needs to be done here is provide Area3D with some mass properties just to prevent the assertion mentioned. That said, the thing about overlaps being janky still applies. You still shouldn't use for that in Area3D. Okay, I think they're just not talking about the same thing that I'm talking about, and somehow I'm doing something wrong with my objects. But I don't know what I could possibly be doing differently that is, like, not working here. Because, yeah, I'm feeling like the only possible explanation that I can see is that the, hang on, let's go to physics. So, if I go to Common, or 3D, let's go to Godot 3D. Let's see, maybe Godot 3D physics have improved. But yeah, I'm not... I feel like the only possible thing that's being... or that could happen is... somehow I am the only developer in the entire world who has tried to use an Area3D to collide with a static body that has a convex shape, or a concave shape. But that doesn't make sense. Well, at least we're off to a good start. Wait, what the fuck is happening? Did they, like, invent new physics? Oh, it doesn't fucking work. Cool. It just generated a bunch of shit. Okay, so concave shapes just don't work at all now. No wonder. Okay. So, like... I don't know what I do. I think it's kind of sunk cost fallacy. Because now I don't want to give up and go back to Godot 3. Because it's already like 90% of the way there, but the other 10% is literally like a complete stone wall. So let's do Area3D concave. Oh, now there's even less stuff. So Area3D collision bodies behave differently between box shape 3D and tri-mesh. I gotta be stupid. I gotta be missing something. It doesn't detect static body 3D. What the fuck? So even though... So the documentation says it gets a physics body. Static body is a physics body. It doesn't get the static bodies because I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, thank fucking God. There is an actual workaround. It seems to be that static bodies, so if we go to... Now I need to... There we go. The, like, make the game work button. That's what I was missing. Took a fucking hour and a half to figure out that there's the, like, make game work. But at least now it makes the game work. Maybe. We're not quite sure yet. Fuck me. For my next game, I'm honest to God not. I'm gonna just straight up use my own engine. No matter what complexity I may face from doing that, I would much rather do that than have to trawl through the fucking GitHub to like go through like to do like this. Like this is the solution to the problem after like an hour and a half or however long I've been fiddling with this. Okay, is this working? I see things are broken. It has somehow permanently broken my software. Yeah, just clear out all of this. Just delete all of it. Wait, entities schedules was not here? What? Export presets. I'm pretty sure entities schedules, maybe it was just like a Godot 3 thing. Or like I moved it at some point and it was just ignored or something, I don't know. Okay. I think what it was just like Godot or the Godot physics imported it as a convex collision. I hate video games. Yeah, I have a headache now. Okay, the fact that this is completely undocumented, and the fact that the documentation actively misleads players. Hey, I'm gonna look up Area3D Static Body 3D. Has this been an undocumented thing for like 3 years? No, okay. I think this was just an honest-to-God bug before. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, this was already a performance issue in Godot 3, so it's not going to be much more of a performance issue here, because I've already tried my best to mitigate area collisions as much as possible. So basically, any instance of like a large area colliding with something, I already like specifically have it in a separate like layer and mask from the terrain. So this should not significantly impact performance. Hopefully, unless it's like really bad. Unless it's like even the like 4 areas on the player like bring the game to a crawl. Also, why would areas cause substantial issue compared to like static bodies? Like you're literally just detecting if a thing overlaps with another thing. I mean, well, whatever. The thing that we need, the moment of truth. Thank you, Godot, for breaking this thing. And like very, very slowly. Yeah, what do we need to do? We need to not have that. Close this, because this thing is slow as hell. And it, like, messes up the, Wait, did they remove the F6 button? No, it's here. Okay, never mind. But yeah, it messes up the window focus, because I think it's actually two windows that are just, like, joined together somehow. But okay. The moment of truth. I don't think we have our, like, all is not lost button, but... Oh yeah, I had to completely wipe the entire scene because Godot had, like, fucked everything. Jesus Christ. Showing off the power of the PS5 here. Okay. Static. Body. Oh, wait, no. Bodies. Is it, like... Is Godot, like, okay? Do I gotta call, like, somebody for it? Take it home? It's, like, crumbling before my eyes. But at least re-importing everything, there's only 11 errors. Yeah, I suppose... It's one of those things that makes sense from, like, a perfectionist perspective. But okay, let's see. Yay! Now I don't have to have a fucking conniption and switch back to Godot 3. Okay. So that's still an issue, but we can figure that one out later. So I think this will solve a whole host of issues. And now the game will just kind of work. Oh, not quite. I saw a little jank there. Oh, also I'm seeing that I can't... What does that mean? Godot? Hello? Where's my kill box? Oh, no. Okay, I see. The player has a kill plane. And because I copy and pasted the player, that kill plane was like a... So we need to go back to demo mode as well. But yeah, I was about to say, it does actually make sense if there's performance implications to lock that behind an option. But it's gotta be in more places, because especially now that jolt physics is becoming kind of like the default, you'd assume it would just be like a drop-in replacement. But I guess it seems like the Godot physics just doesn't support tri-mesh colliders at all. Like, because it tried to just convert them into convex colliders in like the least elegant way possible and completely broke the level. I guess now my question is, like, what do people actually do to design levels? Because clearly they don't just make a big mesh like I do. What is this? Oh yeah, now the next thing I need to fix is the, this. Also, I should make the collider here ever so slightly smaller than the player. So let's go to the player. So let's add this. Get status. Get diff cached. I guess this is fine. Actually, you know what? We need to do git add project.godot. And then we can do git add dot git commit whatever. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was going to fix the player. Basically, the head collider is too big now. We need this collision shape to be inside of this one. That does mean the player will get squished ever so slightly, but that should hopefully prevent whatever issue I was preventing. Running into walls and then it thinks that you're like, your head is hitting something, so you crouch. So now it'll only be probably when you crouch, or like you get hit by something really big. Yeah, because we can see here, now it works. We don't like, we're not forced to crouch or anything. So the next question will be the sticking. Because that definitely seems like an issue. Wait, do I do slide moves anywhere? Slide move. So it should be, let's set this to like 4 by default. Actually, you know what? Let's go really generous. Let's set it to 8. Okay. Just a tuning number, or just a matter of tuning it. Because now the player feels downright slippery. Let's go 3. I don't want to go too crazy with like collision. Was it only 2? I don't get it. Why was 2 the like magic bad number? Well, I guess it is. I won't look a gift horse in the face, even if it has gingivitis. That one's not quite right. So what is the malfunction here? So now we have a new bug. I should have thought about this. This is the true problem now, which is that there's new physics edge cases. Also, my poor ripple effect is not rippling. Ah, well. Oh, I see those are also, like, not correct. Oh, well. Wait, where'd the gun go? Hang on. Pistol pickup. Should be here. Should have a preview. Hang on. Okay. Oh, I see. And then this has the mesh pistol. And then if we go into here, we have these two, which need a... Where's that pistol albedo? Yeah, we need main spatial. And that should, I think, make it more visible. No, it's definitely just not here. Oh, what if it is because... Oh, well, now it's just not working here. I mean, it looks good in here. Let's go back. Wait, hang on. Actually... No, actually it looked fine. It was basically because it hasn't reloaded. So if we close all tabs here, and then we go back to movements demo, I just realized it's not going to do like the 5 tiers of things. So now we go back to weapon pistol, and then it'll not work. Okay. Okay, I have a much better idea then. Which is simply do not use the preview system. Just do the pistol here. And then we can even move it back a little bit. So that way it's a bit more centered. And then we can come into here and we can see the pistol here. And it looks beautiful. Oh, wrong button. There we go. I somehow pressed both of the wrong buttons twice. But okay. It's strange, because the main reason that I used areas rather than shapecasts, I'm still on that by the way, is the fact that I thought shapecasts would be more expensive. I think in a very small case, I cannot imagine just checking if a shape overlaps would be more expensive than like doing a full physics frame on it. But okay, so we have mask 2 here, and this is not working, so do we... hang on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the character. I'm gonna see if he works. Because now it seems like they don't work with kinematic bodies. Or the areas don't work with kinematic bodies, which... would be a hell of a trade-off. Oh wait, but we can check that this works? Hey, look at that. Oh yeah, I also slightly adjusted the crouch. I don't know if I like it. She moves a bit too... she bobbles a bit too much still. But she moves a bit slower, she crouches a bit further down to actually match the collision as well. Why is there no blend between rolling and... let's go to the player. Also, I asked somebody how to, like, refactor an animation tree, and he was just like, delete it and redo it. And if it's hard to do, then it's because you did it bad and you need to delete it. Because I showed this image because I was complaining about having to change this. And he was just like, no, you need to delete the thing. And it's like, well, I mean, fundamentally, I need to move from one state to another. So there are definitely things I could simplify, though. But now I don't want to because a Redditor told me I have to. When I was asking for help in my time of need. But okay, I'm looking for roll, and I'm looking for walk, and we got the right X fade. I don't know why that's not working then. Oh, do we need to go from crouch to roll? Wait, but no, we absolutely do that. Yeah, we blend perfectly smoothly here. And the feet clip only a little bit. Eventually I'll have to do like IK or something. So what is the meaning of this then? Has my god abandoned me? I don't care that much. Let's just put this in animation out of or rolling walk has no smoothing despite blend time in the state machine. I should play this and the Godot 3 version side by side soon. But I guess once I fix all the obvious bugs, like this is still wrong as well. The pause menu still doesn't take the screenshot. Okay. Let's go through things that I need to go through. So text load, just like make it work. And then like mom. Save her as well, she looks beautiful. And then mesh. So what is this? NPC clothes, hats, goggles, ASIM. I'll keep that as it is for now. Base mesh, UID, headscarf mesh. Well, we've now saved that, so that should be fine. Not inside tree. I'll figure that out later. Set coat by ID. Double-breasted coat. These UIDs don't seem like they're doing so well. Oh yeah, I never actually checked if the areas like dialogue works. I got distracted by so many other bugs. Okay, so that does work. So then why do... Oh wait, obviously areas work. Because these use the same thing. Like those are the exact same node with the exact same mechanism. Also, am I seeing that the sync to physics no longer works? Tisk tisk. Let's see, so how would that... what would cause this? So if we... Thank you, Godot. So like moving platform, on leave, add velocity, collision, so like motion mode, ground... Oh wait, no. We don't need this to be a character body. But it would be an animated body. Ooh. Actually, I think I can do that by just doing a platform square. And we're going to change this to an animated, or where's that animatable body? Can't be moved by external forces when moved manually. It affects other bodies in its path. Okay. Hopefully this works, and it should be synced to physics. Okay. So basically I'll have to go through most of my character bodies and swap them into animatable bodies, I'm pretty sure. Because I think now they have like two separate like modes. Or they're two separate worlds, where kinematic body used to be one. But okay, let's see this. So if we go up, I'm also seeing that I no longer can move. Cool. Love it. I think what's happening is that it's rotating the player, but it's not applying a velocity to them. Also, I don't... Yeah, okay. So I'm pretty sure it's the same bug they've had since the very beginning, where basically if you do 2 movements to a node in the same frame, it only does the last one when it synchronizes. Let's look up that, because that could be a fun little other undocumented little feature, quote unquote. Maybe there's a checkbox to make it work right. Okay, so what am I looking for? Sync to physics. Move and rotate. Because otherwise the workaround is to actually just do animation roll. Oh, did I sync to physics animation? Only one property. Okay. It's still a bug. Let's see how this one turned out. Were we always on this? I can't tell if it switched albums or if it Hang on. I need to double check to make sure that to see if this is actually like... Okay, I think this is a new one. So let's start it from the very beginning. But okay. So the simplest way to repro, yeah, that. Found my test model was just wrong. Blah. So I guess the problem is you can't really distinguish between a relative transformation and an absolute transformation with the revert approach used by sync to physics. So you're forced to assume one or the other. In fact, the code currently seems to assume only one transformation, so you'll find that position x plus equals delta is currently broken when when done from the idle processing. Okay. Well, you know what? We don't need to fix that right now. We'll just do the matrix. Can we get the matrix? Godot, I would like to animate the matrix of the object. Did they remove the ability to edit the transform matrix? I'm gonna get a fucking conniption. Can we do like, what the hell is this? Like, Godot animate transform matrix. Is this one of those, like, fucking things that they removed, like, all of the other things that they removed from Godot 3, because they're like, oh, nobody fucking needs this, and it's like, oh, it's the workaround for a bug that nobody's fixed in fucking 5 years. So do I have to add a new thing in order to properly get the transform to be set? So you can combine them into transform 2D in advance and then set transform. So where is that like advanced settings, or was that just like the advanced function? Okay, so what is the current workaround? So, because this is closed. No, this isn't quite the same thing. What the fuck ever. They'll fix it eventually. I'm just gonna not have sync to physics. Kind of incredible that, like, by default it's on because it doesn't work. So this is another thing where it feels like I'm, like, the only person on Earth using the game engine to, like, make games. Where it's like, obviously that's not true. So it's like, what am I doing that's so different from everybody else? Also, what the fuck did I do to change how the movement works? Like, why can't I, like... Why am I no longer moving relative to the object? Did I? Oh, I know why. Because I removed that from the code. So if we go to the player, if we go to move with ground. Okay, this is just a thing that I changed. So how to exclude the ground from the collision? Well, if CG and CG is not equal to ground collider. Oh wait, get collider. Why is it? Oh wait, I don't care. So yeah, we don't need this. So ground velocity. When do we set ground velocity actually? So we have local velocity here. So rotato, we don't need that. So I'm seeing the player is not... Actually, I think I know what I can do. I can test for the movement. And then what I can do is... Okay, so hang on. Let's do this. So I think what we'll have is a little bit of horizontal movement. Okay. Good. Well, actually, well, yeah, I guess that's fine. And then we need move with ground here. Oh, and then we need snap to ground. I think that's the other thing that I'm missing here. Move steer, move grounded. Let's try snap to ground. Actually, let's move with the ground and then snap to it. Or do we do it before? Oh wait, no, we already do snap to ground. Okay, after safe time, blah blah blah. Ground collider is collision shape. and ground velocity are always. So we should get delta times... Oh, we don't need... Oh, okay, yeah, we do need this, because we do it in the fixed time step. So this moves us with the ground. So now we have a we don't have a collision? I guess that's fine. Let's see how it feels if I just ignore this for now. So, first thing I'm seeing, what's the ground velocity look like? Do we get ground velocity here? So collisions velocity ground can stand. Let's remove most of this stuff. We don't really need any of this stuff anymore. Box.property self ground velocity. So we have our velocity, our ground, and our ground velocity. What was I getting so mad about? I forget which, like, new... Oh. Which new indignity I was enraged by. But okay. What is our ground velocity? It's going basically 0. See, I'm seeing very little there. Oh, I was confused. Okay, this is correct. Relatively, yeah, because we're going like X is like this direction, Z is one of these other directions, so it's like it's pushing us like in this direction. Or it's trying to, but it's just not moving us. So what I'm going to try to do is actually just, for now, let's do a test. Or like move and collide. So is there a way to exclude the object that we're colliding with? So I think we should, well, we could do a test only. And actually, I think if we do test only, then we get all of them. So like we get all the collisions. So we're gonna do that. So motion. Oh, we already do that. Actually, I just realized. Did I forget how this works? Wait, what? Wait, hang on. What do these arguments mean then? Did they change how this works? Because we have motion, test only, safe margin, recovery as collision, max collisions. So it's just letting me do this. So we will test only, safe. Wait, what? Through. So this is now going to be testing the motion. Tier 1, recovery as collision, true. Max collisions 4. 4C in get collision. Or CG get count equals CG dot. Let's see. So let's just do like if collision dot get collider is not equal to ground collider, we add the collision. And I guess we would do ground velocity equals CG dot motion. How do we get the remainder? Get remainder. So it returns the object's remaining movement vector. So I think we would do we're gonna have this ground motion here. So I think this is just changed. So ground motion equals this. So ground motion equals actually, do we even need this to like do test only? Or we can just do like a global transform dot origin plus equals ground motion plus this. Hang on. Oh wait, hang on. We need CG.getCollider collision. There we go. Do we actually... Do I need to do anything with this at all, actually? Too many arguments to get depth call. Expected at most 1 or 0, but received 1. Oh. Okay, so I don't know if this is actually what I want. I'm not really sure what I want here. Because I want to try to figure out a way of ignoring the collision with the ground. Because there's not going to be a way for it to do the thing. Okay. You know, let's just do like... I have a good idea. We don't need any of this at all. We'll just have a true here. Testing the motion. And then what it'll be is if this we will add this, and then we will do global transform dot origin plus equals ground motion minus CG get. So why did remainder not work? Let's do this. So I don't think we need several of these. We just need to basically like check if we only collided with the ground. Oh wait, but that still causes issues because we need to do like 0.001 false. No, actually true. And then this is going to be like, let's check 2 collisions. So like var valid equals true. If valid, and then like for c in cg.get collision count. Valid equals, or like, let's say like hit something. True, and then like if hit, else global origin plus equals ground motion. Okay. So we get a new collision, we hit, and this will be C, 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 there we go. Okay, let's see if this works. Cannot call, oh wait, let's do if CG. We do all this stuff. Otherwise, we do all this stuff. Okay. That might have actually been exactly what happened that last time. Hey, look at that. Seems to work. Now we need to just see a place where I like scrape the player off, or I could just not have those, I guess. Yeah, a lot of the blends don't seem to work consistently, which is really weird. I wonder if that's another checkbox. That's gonna be, I'm gonna be angry about that for literally the rest of my life, though. That there is just like a checkbox to make the game work. Okay, next steps are probably materials to be fixed. Yeah, admittedly, I am quite glad that I don't have to do like a big movement rewrite right now. Because I might do it in the future, but, you know, I don't want to. Oh, I forgot that I did this. Basically, there's a, oh. What was that about? I think what it is I can climb walls in here, and then I can... What was that exactly? Aha. What we need is to force the player to climb, or force the player into a crouch even when they're sliding, I think. When they're like compressed into a space. Because basically what I think happened was I ran out of stamina, and then I ran into a wall. And then it considers me falling. Okay. I think that... I don't even think that's like a unique bug. Oh, but I think my crushing system used to take care of that, but now it doesn't. Yeah, because we can see collision... Yeah, collisions are in the corner there. Basically, this number represents the depth in centimeters. And I think once it gets up to 40 centimeters, the player is killed. Also, I just realized, do I want my, Didn't I have, like, my whole Smart Collide system that was gonna do funky things that I needed? But I don't think it really... Does it do anything? I can't even remember what it did. I want to delete Smart Collide. Let's save this first. It's all up from here. There's nothing that could go wrong, surely. No new horrible discoveries. Oh, I thought YouTube killed the music again. Okay, yeah, let's go to Smart Collide. Yeah, so I think I don't need Smart Collide. Okay, let's try actually completing the movement demo. Because now we actually have the power to do so. So let's do options. Now let's play. Oh yeah, we don't need that anymore. Also, for some reason, it keeps bringing up the map. Oh, because it's hiding the thing, I bet. Is that a bug with the, Hang on. If we go to the player, if we go to UI, I'm very curious now. If we just show and hide the status menu, does it change? No, okay. That should be fine. At least it doesn't seem to be the source of that issue. But okay, we can talk to you, Coates Girl, one of the towers. Oh yeah, let's admire my handiwork with making that move with the groundwork. It practically works. I don't see any obvious issues. Let's stand reasonably close. Admittedly, the sync to physics isn't right, so that's annoying. Yeah, so I do think I do see some minor desync from it. But I can't tell if that's from my logic or if it's just because sync to physics is bugged and nobody cares. Yeah, so that's the obvious issue to fix next. I don't like the font size for the tutorial hints. I think it's basically I changed something with the theming, where they changed it like so that now the UI works differently, basically. But okay, getting up. Things aren't animated, or at least the little guys. Oh wait, hang on, what was that? I see. I need to be able to directly connect from dive to climb. What was that? I see. I remember this bug. Okay, so that is a lunge kick doesn't work or doesn't look right when doing it fast. Okay, so snapping is now right. Ledge hang is now right. Climbing, I think these are both correct. Reflection probes don't look the same. All doors broken. Screenshot for pause broken. I think that's... well, that's fine. I think these are fixed. Inventory preview is weird, so enemies fly away. Lots of collisions cause sticking to walls. That's fixed. We can just delete Smart Collide. And I think I'm getting close with this. Focus neighbors are wrong. Super ready isn't called. Colors are a bit different. We don't really need, like, two things about lighting, but oh well. I think I'm going to complete this one. Fix borderless full screen, fix anti-aliasing, pause screen starts at the map sometimes. What happens if I pause and then unpause? And then do this and then pause and unpause? I wonder what that's caused by. Maybe it's just... Oh, maybe it's because one of the animations is missing? No. That doesn't seem right. Okay. So all is good in the world. Oh yeah, these are not opened properly. They need to start. So if we go target flower. So these need to, so ready, toggle, open, true. So if ready and not open, if open, else this. So should open. So does this animation tree even work anymore? I think we start from here and then we do... Oh, I see. Because these use the open... Okay. How do we, like, can I, like, click things and then look at them? There we go. That was the mistake. Did I? No, I didn't fix the right thing. I clicked the wrong thing. Open idle. Okay. There we go. Now we can do that. There we go. So now the big question on all of our minds, why can I not pick up the gun? But only the gun, not any other collision shape. So if we did debug, visible collision shapes, and we resume the game, what we will see is a cylinder and a sphere. And we see them, and then the player touches them, and they don't work. But the most baffling thing of all is the fact that it works for all of the other things. So maybe it's like the center of it needs to be out farther, but... Oh, maybe it's the animations for this thing are wrong. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go to here. We're going to disconnect this signal. Actually, here's the pickup timer timeout. From kill. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. I'm going to do pickup timer dot connect. Actually, do we even need to do connect like on pickup timer timeout? Ah, well. And then for the other thing, we're going to do area dot body entered dot connect on body entered. And then we will disconnect these sinful little things. We can't trust anybody in this world. But okay, the real question is still, why does it not work though? Because that doesn't seem to be the issue, because those signals worked fine. For everybody else, at least. If persistent... Oh wait, we don't actually need this here. We can do this here. And we don't even need this. Well, yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's do function show debug. Well, what do I want? So the real question is, if I disable the collision, it's invisible, and then if I enable it, it should be visible. And then if we go to area gravity body entered. Also, I just realized, are these all distance activated? Okay, yeah. Okay, so that one ignores me. Parameter fire active true. Ooh. Have I not shot guns this entire time? Hang on, we need to go to the base mesh. Oh yeah, because now what it is we do a request. Animation tree 1, so node 1 shot dot request fire. There we go. And we can see now the laser's a bit brighter. Do I like that? I think I'd prefer if it had less like other components to the color. Let's go to the laser. Okay, so like one of these, this bright one. Alpha add. No cull. Do we want to actually have front? And then we could do the same thing for the other one. Actually, I'm surprised that these aren't like the same material. Yeah, so I think I prefer that a bit more. Okay. So, I see the issue. If we go to rigid bodies, I bet you the weights have changed on the enemies. So, do they have... Well, their mass is the same as it was. Maybe we just need to go to the enemy, like, damage scale? There's probably some sort of... So, like, if we have a function take, or function damage... Wait, what? Oh, I'm an idiot. Thank you, Godot. So, apply central import, or import. Okay, so this needs to be a little less, I think, is what I'm gleaning from this. Let's actually see... Okay. So I think, what if we go down to 25? So they can almost, like, figure it out. But the problem is, I think they just don't know how to apply or add, move, walk. Taking me a while to figure this stuff out. Okay. So we have mass. So the body's mass is 1. I disagree with that game. If we go to the crawlies, their mass is 100 kilograms, but so D-cell members. I don't see a mass in here, which is interesting. I wonder if that's causing the issue here. Because, yeah, we don't have a lot of stuff otherwise. I don't know, fucking print mass then. Because it's clear Godot is not, like, cooperating. Okay. Yeah, so the debugger was just, like, not feeling it today, I guess. So do you have anything? What are the little fliblies? Oh, do they mark, like, collisions or something? So you can tell he can move around. So applying torque is no issue. Oh yeah, also, I just realized, move with... So in the player, I have a move with ground. So if after save time this blah blah blah, if ground collider is collision shape 3D and ground velocity are always, and ground dot collider dot collision layer not equal to slide off. So what is layer 17? That would be 216. And we also need this to be a nice round thing. There we go. So basically what this should be is, if we resume time, I should no longer, like, be flung by these guys, I'm pretty sure. No, I'm definitely seeing it still. Don't these guys have, in their kinematic bodies, here, this thing... Oh, it doesn't have it. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong place. Okay, it has it here. Let's go to the player, let's go to move with ground. Wrong thing. Okay, let's go to ground. Collider. Character body 3D. Collision layer. Oh wait, I see. Not ground collider and this. It might just work. Let's ignore that for now. I just want to lower the volume a bit. Oh, that was interesting. I got a lot of hype from that one. Now I'm just trying to exploit this. But I'm curious as to why this is still working. Because now it should be 2 shifted to the left. Oh wait, no. It's 1 shifted to the left 16 times. To get bit 17. Because bit 1 is 1 shifted to the left 0 times. Okay, and now you can see it doesn't have that same, like... Well, no, actually, I'm pretty sure I'm seeing it. Wait, no, I'm literally not seeing it. So it does still give us the ground velocity for rotating, but it doesn't force us to, That's actually kind of a nice compromise. But okay, I think there's something wrong with their mass. Also, let's reduce the force. Well... Maybe it should be the mass... I'm not sure exactly. I'm seeing the gun specifically is the one that's not correct here. Like, everything else here is working perfectly. Let's just put more guns. Let's just put as many as we need. Wait, what is this? Oh, I see. We don't need F1. So, movement demo. Let's go to here. Let's just put some weapon pistol pickups. Okay, I see our beautiful guns. So if I pick them up... Okay, it's just this one specific gun. Alright. So if we go pistol... Like, what is the difference? Oh, wait. Is there a difference? Hang on, I can't tell. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put another one right here, facing the opposite direction. It's going to go... hang on, I don't know where it is and why it's in a different place than the other one that I was explicitly putting it next to. There we go. Okay. Move that, put this one here. Delete this one. Because clearly I'm stupid. And now if we pick it up, it'll work. Or my name is not Rumpelstiltskin. Okay, okay, fuck me. Alright. And also we need to fix the gamepad buttons. Go to input map, filter gun. Weapon 1. So joypad 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's go to those. They changed a bunch of the numbers here. Yeah. I thought the point of the UIDs was that I didn't have to, like, have every single thing do this, but oh well. Not that I'm complaining. But okay. Process this, set coat type by ID. So double-breasted using path of this. Let's save it then. In fact, we can double save it. And that way, it'll hopefully not do that. So NPC close, hats goggle asym, that'll be fine. Consider re-importing or resaving. In fact, do we even need the asym goggles? I think we could do... I mean, I could just delete both of these now. Let's go to Armstrong. We're gonna do asym. So I think... Oh yeah, I was complaining about this, but something you can do with these is they added this actions button. So I can just set the current folder to export meshes. And so it just goes to show that waiting like 3 years to migrate to Godot 4 paid off, because otherwise I would have had to do that by hand and it would have been kind of annoying. But alright, our accessory is somewhere in here. Do we even have accessories anymore? I think we don't. Yeah, like, do we even... Yeah, it's not even a thing. Well, maybe it's on the little man? No. Yeah, I think these are literally not just... These are just not used at all. Well... I don't see where they are. But I'll just close it. Yeah, we need to give them their own outfits, basically. But okay, that's fine with that. Let's do this guy. Since I'm looking at him. And he's looking at me. See, that's how he's supposed to look. Very different. Remember that face. And this guy too. And he's also completely broken. But okay, white, metal. And then Jam. Okay, let's pick up where we left off in the movement demo. Nope. Okay, so I need to go... Oh yeah, my next step on my glorious, beautiful journey. Oh, they changed how the one-shots work, so they actually do what I want. Kind of. When did I... Oh. Oh, I see. We don't need that anymore. Oh wait, what happened here? Oh, I see. It's another error with the, like, 1 meter thing. Well, that was easy. Well, I have just soft-locked myself. Wait, is my aim off? No, I see. Okay, their areas are not working as they should be. I think this is an honest-to-God area where it's just, like, not working right. But okay. Well, regardless of whatever's happening there, we need to fix the bug with this. So basically, I'm just going to add a collision shape to this. Collision shape 3D. So this was an error that, or this was a bug that at least one person found. Where basically they compressed themselves into this space and got soft locked, kind of. Oh wait, I just realized I could just reload. Oh well. But basically, my goal is to make it so that you die when you come into here. Because that beats, like, janking out the game and, like, getting stuck. And then a similar one on the other side, as soon as we fix this, like, door. Like, how did this happen? I think it must be... Was this, like, meant to be up here? Or is this always meant to be, like, down here? I guess it's meant to be here. Okay, that makes sense with this. So I guess this was the intention all along. And now what I'll do is I'll add a similar thing where we add a static body, collision shape, probably a box shape. And it'll basically just do the same thing that we did with the other one, where it's the box that kills you when you, like, fall into it. Or when you try to jank out the physics and outsmart it. Probably good enough. If the player thinks they can trick me, they've got another thing coming, Buster. But okay, what was the other bug? I mean, I guess NPCs still don't aggro, actually. Or NPCs can't attack me. So I think this is basically fixed. There's a new bug, but it's not the same one. Is the mask wrong? So this completed. Or we should also do like a fix UI theming. I think H scroll bar is still wrong. Oh, I just realized the player... I don't think the player animations activate when they... Oh well, that's fine. Actually, I'll just put that in bugs. Player... So start player animations when in the idle... Or when in the main menu. Oh, and this is another one where, okay. Hang on. We need, I need a hero here. So, gun... .gd. I'm firing twice when I pull the trigger and then when I release the trigger because of the classic, this. So, and input dot action is action just pressed combat shoot. Thank you, Godot 4. So what are those little red things? Because those aren't raycasts that I'm making, I don't think. I wonder if I have to recreate the areas like I did for, I still don't understand why the gun was broken. Maybe it's something to do with the air in here. We just need new guys. Yeah, let's look at the movement demo in this scene. So areas tests. Ugh, getting a headache. I mean, it is just about that time for me to like call it a day. Took me a while there, but okay. Where is movement demo? Because you would think it'd be in the test chunk, but it's not. Oh, there it is. Let's do mass. Okay, so we never edit the mass of NPCs. So if we did like Crawley. Custom awareness. What if we just duplicated the scene like I did for the other one? Or like I tried to do for the player? Let's add a 3D Control N. No, not this one. We need close other tabs. Movement demo 2, areas, test, demos, save. Okay. Hey, look at that. Oh wait, no. No, they don't work still. Also, Jackie seems more tired than she should be. But maybe I'm more tired than I should be. More progress today. We got through, I guess, some of the big sticking points with it. I think all that's left is more just cleaning up small things. The UI might be some work. And then eventually, Interesting. I'll figure out those one day. Why does code pick up? Oh, I see. We need this to also be saved. Now we can close everything, and we can delete the movement demo too. Move that into there. Then close this and get out of here. Get status, come in M, more movements, demo fixes, push that upstream. Eventually I want to like implement like Git hooks to build versions for the demo, so that way I don't have to do so much work for it. I'll have to figure out how to do that. That could be cool. But okay, I think that is going to be it for today. I was gonna quit at like 8 p.m. right after getting that physics stuff done, but once the like dam was broken, it was like, okay, now it's actually like time to fix things. This is nice now. So it goes. But okay, I'll be back tomorrow for more of the same. See you then.